to Dropper Entertainment. Today we got Single by Sunday. How are you guys doing?
Good.
One of these days I'm gonna hear it. One of these days I'm gonna feel it. What I've wanted.
You guys want to go through and introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. I'm George and I'm the drummer.
I'm Jack Black and I'm the bassist.
Johnny Eakins, lead guitarist and backing vocalist.
I'm Josh Lads and I'm the lead singer and rhythm guitarist.
Attempted lead singer. Attempted.
Yeah.
So you guys are all the way here in Toronto from Glasgow for Indie Week. How's the Indie Week going for you?
Really well.
Good
Yeah,
fun.
it's amazing. This is actually our second time in Toronto playing Indie Week, so yeah, it's really good to be back. Indie Week was awesome last year. It's even better this year.
Yeah, we got to play the Bod Club, which was the venue
Bod
that
Club was
we went
really
to
good
last year, and I was like, we need to play here, and we got to play it yesterday. So we're
Last
like,
place
super
was it
excited.
Amy Winehouse played
Yeah,
in
yeah. It was,
Canada.
the last place Amy Winehouse played was the Mod Club. So
Oh, so I didn't even know that fact.
Yeah.
Johnny's life.
oh, I love Amy Winehouse. She's great.
Big
Yeah.
fan.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
You know, let's just dive into that while we're talking about that. What influences your guys' songs aside from
Start with
We all have different influences ourselves. Like I'm more into like classic rock kind of music, so I kind of like with the band. I like the kind of the beats and stuff that I can play on the drums because it reminds me of the music that I play myself.
Yeah, for me, I listen to a lot of like hardcore, and metal, and a lot of rap as well. And I hope I bring that sort of energy to the band, so that's where I get like my kind of influences.
Me, I'm old school. I like anything from Top of the Pops and whatnot. So like your ABBA, Beach Boys, Beatles. I like things with like lots of harmonies. So the Beach Boys are like my favorite band. But yeah, I'd say that. I'd say like I'm always looking for when writing music to like put tons of harmonies in it to make it like massive. Like everyone loves Queen because of like how big their sound is. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm more a mixture of pretty much everyone. So like I'm into any music as long as it sounds good, and I take influence from different artists from like
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, Nicki
Cardi B.
Minaj. Mostly like bands like Ed Sheeran.
You've really got
My
those
Chemical Romance.
Cardi
Green
B
Day and
vibes
such.
going on.
Yeah, totally. I just like anything that sounds good. So yeah.
Right on. So those are pretty varying up until the last one. How did you guys all come together?
I knew Josh from school and Jack and George from music college. So like long story short, Josh's band was splitting up at the time. These guys were in other like groups, and I was in a band with George, but I wasn't the biggest fan of that kind of music. So I wanted to form something more commercial and just kind of pulled everyone together. And we're 3 years on.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Right on.
Which isn't a long time to be honest, but we have done a lot.
From what I've done in 3 years,
Yeah,
it's quite crazy.
I mean, luckily, like my mum and stepdad manage the band, and my sister helps out a lot with merch and online stuff and whatnot. And it's just like a big family unit kind of thing. And Josh lives with me now, so it's this big family kind of thing. But our management have done like so much for us, and
Yeah, it's been awesome.
gotten us like so many interviews.
Yeah,
and
Thank you guys.
yeah,
Thank you.
I know.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys were talking about earlier. You got to play the Mod Club, which is something that you want to do for a while.
Yeah.
Tell us some other milestones, like big things you guys accomplished. That maybe you weren't sure you were going to, but you have already.
I'm not gonna hog this interview, but I have to say this: we played Vans Warped Tour, and that was like, I mean, I've been watching videos of bands playing Vans since I was like
So vast.
12.
Since I've
Yeah.
been 12, 13, yeah.
Literally, when like I was saying to Jack, could you imagine if we got this? I was like, it'd be so amazing to play. So last year, blah blah blah, and we thought nothing of it. But luckily, this woman that we knew when we did a festival in Harrisburg, we met some people who worked at Reverb Nation and whatnot, who were judging who gets on basically on the lineup.
Yeah.
And luckily that led to us playing, and it was honestly a dream come true.
Yeah, because I remember me and Johnny sitting being like, okay, this is the last one, we're never going to get the chance.
I know. I was like,
mean,
watching.
we literally just got off the flight coming back from, where were we coming back from? America?
Yeah, America.
I mean, we landed in Glasgow, and that's when we got the email, like, Joe,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was screaming in the airport, like screaming. Not the best place to be screaming, mind you, but literally screaming in the airport. And it was funny because we applied for Slam Dunk Festival, which is the UK equivalent of Vans,
Yeah.
Okay.
and unfortunately we never got it, so we were like, oh, that kind of sucks. And literally 2 days later, got that email, and we were like, oh my gosh, like this is the
Yeah.
biggest thing ever.
Yeah,
It was as if they'd given 4 fans backstage passes and were like, go nuts.
Yeah.
We were like running up to people being like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
up, what's up?
Standing
It's
there.
fine.
Oh, where.
All I'm going to say is the Simple Plan singer, I don't think he likes me.
For me, it's probably like obviously we were at like a small band from Scotland, and we've only been a band for 3 years.
Josh, we're still our small band from Scotland. What are you talking
No,
about?
but in the UK we've kind of established who we are, and like most bands being together for 3 years don't get the opportunity to come out to Canada, America. We've already done a full cross-country tour of the US, which
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this year alone we've been to America 4 times.
And
And
that's
Canada
only-
3, so it's
and
been
and that's
fun
only
to
since
see.
March. That's
Yeah.
only since March. So,
So that's probably our biggest milestone to date.
Yeah,
is doing all that.
Yeah, probably just just you know, being from Scotland and things like that, and
Getting out.
being that band that, because a lot of bands from where we're from like don't get the chance to even leave the country. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can tell you another band that I know who
Yeah.
gets a chance to tour and travel
and
overseas.
I honestly believe, and people ask us this, they go, "Oh, do you think there's like a disadvantage to you guys being Scottish?" But I honestly think there is. Like,
I
see
think
in
there
the
is,
UK,
yeah.
people are like, "Oh, you're Scottish." Like, you know what I mean? It's that kind
It's
of
kind
thing.
of a shame, yeah.
But
Yeah,
over
it is.
here, people are like, "Oh, I love your accent, love your music," and luckily we have had we've been very fortunate here and in the UK as well. We have been really fortunate to get out of our country and build up a fan base. But
Don't get me wrong, I love Scotland. I'm
we
not-
no, we do, we do,
I love
honestly. But
Scotland,
it's
yeah.
just there is a disadvantage. Like, people kind of look down and go, "Oh, you're from Glasgow," but we're this kind of band that has like a we don't care kind of attitude, and we're just gonna like work as hard as we can to get where we need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your milestone?
I think an earlier milestone of ours we had was like playing our first headline show in Glasgow at the ABC, which is like, unfortunately it's not there anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately it burned out.
Unfortunately it burned
But
out.
it was a-
but yeah,
it was a-
it was a big venue. and
Not
all
when we were
bands.
playing it. Just so you know, not when we were playing.
No, we literally
We
got
burned it
moved
down.
down, yeah, but like it was one of those venues that a lot of bands wanted to play, and we got the chance to headline it for ourselves.
Yeah.
So we didn't do it just one year, we did it the next year, like kind of the same year, at the same time. So that was probably a big milestone for us. To be able to play it back to back was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. Do you guys have any advice for other bands that do want to start like traveling, getting outside of their country, and haven't really got to that level yet?
Yeah.
Find committed.
I was just going to say that. I think
Yes.
number one, find committed members, people that are actually willing to put in the work and want to do it and have the same level of passion that you do.
Yeah, and I said the same like with these guys. Like, I've been in, this is my third band. Luckily, only 3, but it was finding the right members for this. And I say to these guys, I don't think this anyone really took this band as serious. I'm always one that takes everything as serious as possible, but I don't think everyone really took it serious until my mum and stepdad started managing the band, because that's when we started getting bigger shows and interviews and photo shoots and whatnot. And we started leaving the country and we started doing things. And that's when it started to really progress into this
I mean,
thing that it is.
Josh
now, so.
Josh quit his job for the band.
Yeah,
so it
like,
shows you
yeah.
He had no
It
choice.
is-
He had no choice.
Yeah.
Like, the advice that I would give, because obviously like, out of everyone in the band, like I did have like a full-time job at the time, and there'll be a lot of bands out there that need to work to support themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would recommend that just work as hard as you can, play as many shows as you can to get your name out there, and once your fan base is built up to the point that
Yeah.
we've got ours to, you will get opportunities to like start touring, especially outside of like the UK or outside of the US. So yeah, just work as hard as you can.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right on. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was a good, serious answer. That would be really helpful for people. That's good information. If you guys give us a fun story, if you guys could just share a little story from this current tour that you're on,
Yes.
that would be yeah.
Literally, not even like 10 hours ago.
Oh,
not even,
last
not even
night.
10 hours ago. Josh was like,
Wait, I'll tell my bit and then you.
no, hold on, no, I'm gonna do this, right? So
Right, okay,
when we did the O2, it was like such a serious show. We had hundreds of people there. I think it was like over 1,000 people, and it was our headline show in our hometown, and everything had to be planned. It was like, right, you're gonna go out on stage, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this. And at the mod club yesterday, Josh goes, right, guys, I have a plan. We're gonna do this like the O2. So George, you're gonna go out and you're gonna hit the pad, and Jack, you're gonna do this, and Johnny, you're gonna run it after, and blah blah blah. And Josh was like, in his mind, this is like Wembley. So Josh was like, we're gonna do this, right? Literally, George goes out, Jack goes out, then I run out, and I didn't even see it because Josh was right behind me. Josh comes out and trips right into his guitar, like straight from the side of the stage. And I'm like, of course this happens to you.
Just
Of
funny,
course.
though, just funny. To be honest, when I was on stage, I didn't actually know that you were tripping. I just thought you were doing some weird
So did I.
fall into
I
the
thought you were doing
stage.
some
I thought you were doing some
weird
cool
dance move.
I thought you were doing on purpose some
Canada's
cool,
got some weird curse on me, man. Like, it's-
We're gonna drop that video in here somewhere. We're gonna see it. It's
Yeah,
good.
that was good fun.
Luckily, my sister was filming it though, so thank you,
Stay
Nicole.
tuned.
Stay tuned.
There was, in fact, I do have a funny story. I went to a little small like corner shop to get some juice, and there was a woman in front of me. I don't know if we don't do it back home, I don't think, but when you go to like the till, like the checkout, there's like a screen, and you can do like a gambling thing on the screen. So she was playing poker on the screen, and all I remember her saying was, "Another one for $2." another one for $2. And I was stood there for about 10 minutes with this woman gambling
Is that actually
with
a
the
thing?
cashier.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's like there's
Gosh.
there was a thing and she
Could
was
you
like
imagine that?
gambling.
And like
Mental.
I don't know, like a supermarket be like, you can wait your turn. I'm gambling right now.
I was waiting
You
for
wait
10
10.
minutes.
You wait 10 minutes. I don't care. I
I
need
had
to
a can
win.
of Monster and a bag of crisps, and I sat there for 10 minutes waiting while she just kept going. Another one for $2.
That's
Another one.
nice.
She'd win, and then she'd go, okay, all in.
Oh,
And she'd lose, and then she'd go, okay, another one for $2, and she'd just keep going.
That's
That's
hilarious.
gotta be the most annoying thing in the world.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
crazy.
I didn't know
I
that was a
didn't know
thing.
this thing.
It's
I've
never
never
a lot of
seen
tickets.
it.
They just keep redoing that. If the person working there doesn't care, they'll just keep one lady at the counter going for.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That is
nuts.
Wow. Well, that certainly doesn't happen back home. So.
Yeah.
No.
We were talking about some other differences between Canada and Scotland. Do you guys want to touch on a couple of the words that you guys maybe don't have and some that you guys do
Well,
in
we have-
Scotland that we
we
don't
have-
have here?
The,
Yeah.
the bunny hug thing.
Bunny hug. We
Yeah.
said chuffed, which we use like happy, like oh I'm really chuffed for you, but you guys don't say that. There was another one.
What do you guys said you were gobsmacked?
Gobsmacked. That was it. Yeah.
Which means you're shocked.
Like shocked. Like oh my god.
something.
Like gobsmacked. Like. yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Like.
Oh, shattered. Shattered is one. Yeah, like if you're tired.
Yeah.
Like oh my god, I'm so
Shattered.
shattered.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
there's,
so
there's
shattered.
plenty of words that we would use.
I-
I don't know a lot
but
of
I re-
Canadian words that I don't.
But I remember, see when we said shattered to Bill, who was our homie from America, who was like driving us out on tour. He was like, "Shattered? Does that mean you're like upset?" And I was like, "No, it means we're
It's always
just really
like,
tired."
yeah.
Yeah.
That means you're tired.
Trying to think what else.
So I is not.
We call a sidewalk a pavement. We call streetlights lampposts. We call
yeah.
crisps.
Oh, you guys
they're,
don't-
they're your equivalent
That's
of
no, that's
chips.
it. Yeah,
Like,
we would go.
I don't know,
we
like-
would go. Can we get some chips? But you call them fries.
Like French fries?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we call them chips. So when I'm saying chips, I'm like getting brought a bag of crisps, and I'm like, no, that's not what I want. I want like the hot French fries.
Like,
Oh,
potato.
I
We
think
had to
I'll-
like adapt,
I
and I
really-
said to you the other day, and it was so weird. I had to correct myself. I was like, Jack, try on those pants, and I was like, oh my god, what's happening to me? I'm
It's
saying
been
pants now.
Americanized.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. I was
Yeah.
like, I'd usually go trousers.
And your cars over here, you call like a trunk. Like we call them boots.
Boots. Like open the boot.
Open the boot.
Yeah.
For me, the weirdest
You
one
should have
is-
seen the look in
is-
driver's faces
like-
like when we say,
No,
"Can you
every
open the
time we're
boot?
trying to-
Can you open the boot?"
These guys. I was gonna say,
Oh, and I was gonna. No.
biscuits are a really weird one. Like I don't understand. I don't know
Yeah,
how
I don't understand
like
it.
the things that are clearly like scones are biscuits. Like what is that?
We call
about?
that-
Quite
that's
obviously
true.
a scone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a biscuit is like
A
a
chocolate digestive. or-
sugary.
What do you guys have
Okay,
here?
like to me, my thought of a biscuit is like a small pastry type bun.
Yeah, that's what we
No.
call
Yeah,
Oh.
which we would call a scone.
Yeah.
That's a
It's not-
scone,
It's like,
yeah.
It's like similar to a scone.
But what's the circular things that you call it? It's like you can have chocolate on them, and it's like
Pancakes.
Ooh.
no, it's not pancake. No. What we call biscuits?
Oh,
what
like
do we call them
crackers.
here?
Oh,
It's
you
not
guys call them
crackers,
Oh, I'm not even
cookies.
sure. Oh, you know cookies?
Did he?
Like,
Cookies?
we call it biscuit.
Cookies.
Like a ginger
Cookies.
snap.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
what they're
cookie.
called. Like
Okay,
cookies.
okay.
But like to us, cookies is like has to be the thing with like chocolate chips in them.
Right.
But you may just call
Yeah.
all circular.
Yeah,
Like
anything that's like a
cookies.
circle like that, it's small, we call it cookie. pretty
Okay.
much, yeah.
Right.
But if it's like a bread like that, we call it like a
It's
biscuit.
circular and sweet and crunchy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's stop this pastry.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
I know, I'm getting way too
Let's
hungry.
go back- let's go
now.
back to music.
Yeah.
I'm getting way too hungry, guys. So.
Yeah, so you guys have played a few venues in Toronto. How do the venues here compare to venues back in Glasgow?
Well, I mean, the biggest
You
one that we
wanna
just
come
played
see-
burned down, so luckily these ones haven't.
Right? That's
More,
That's
I
the
would
only thing I
say,
could
like,
say.
in Canada, like more people tend to turn up to live shows
Yeah.
just off
Yeah.
off of their own back.
Yeah.
But not according to Canadians. And I'm like, I beg to differ.
Yeah, like see if
Right,
yeah, Canadians do say no, it's not like that. But if you were to go over to the UK, say we had a show and we didn't advertise it, no one would turn up. Whereas
Yeah.
over here, people just turn up for
Yeah,
the sake of they want
and-
to have a good night.
And also, venues love to stay open in the AM. See, back home, no one is going on stage at 2:30 in the morning. But here, you guys are like nuts, like crazy. The fact that we're like,
Nuts.
oh, here's a show at
There you go.
like, crazy. Yeah, here's a show at like 1:40 in the morning. It's like I'd be
Yeah.
sleeping at this point.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I
we,
mean,
we actually, for Indie Week in Toronto, we get an extended liquor license until 4 a.m.
Oh,
So yeah,
I
this
see.
week Indie Week is different than the rest of it.
So what's the usual time?
It's normally 2 a.m. is last call, and now it's 4.
Nice.
Even
Oh,
still, even still.
Right, okay.
Even still,
I've seen like here there seems to be a lot more local venues, which is quite cool. Like smaller, like kind of like Bovine and things like that. There's a
Right.
lot. It seems like in well, I mean,
This
Glasgow's
was
a
the
small
street,
is a
it's
smaller
like that,
city,
yeah.
but
yeah, but we have small venues in Glasgow.
we're small venues, but clearly definitely not as many as.
Oh, not
we
as
have out
many,
here.
right?
We have
Right,
a
yeah,
lot of-
yeah.
A lot of the ones in the UK, unfortunately, are closing down, which is kind of sad.
That is a shame. And the thing is,
Yeah.
for us, it's like the music industry is only as alive as the amount of people that are coming out and buying tickets and
Right.
whatnot. And I think a lot of people need to realise that, because it's like we are putting on a show and so are many other bands, but it's just trying to get people to actually come to the show, and people don't see how fragile the music industry is, and how the live scene is just all going to fall apart, because everyone's supporting your Post Malones and Ed Sheeran and Cardi B. They're all selling thousands of tickets, but for us up and coming bands it's a struggle.
Support your local scene.
Support your local scene, but we are one of the bands that are really giving it our best shot, so
Nice.
we're going to change this around. So.
Cool. Can you talk about any other Scottish bands that you guys recommend that we might not have heard of here?
Biffy Clyro.
Biffy Clyro.
Yeah.
Biffy Clyro.
Biffy are so good.
These guys don't so much like them, but there's a band called Twin Atlantic. They're pretty cool.
I actually do kind of like some of the songs.
Yeah.
Some of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were quite good.
Other than that, like there really isn't a lot of bands that come out.
Tom Maguire and the Brass Holes is kind of a new Scottish band that's kind of came about.
Wow, George!
I know.
Wow.
Like he's like a kind of like.
He did
jazz,
say brass.
Brass. I said Brass Holes. Yeah.
Good.
But you know
They're pretty
the
good.
Proclaimers, obviously, who did.
Yeah, that's the one that everyone in Toronto knows.
Yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, there honestly isn't very many bands proper breaking the mold, but I mean, Biffy Clyro are doing really, really well.
Yeah,
Biffy definitely.
that's probably the one to watch out for.
Yeah, look out for
Biffy,
Biffy.
if you're
I
watching.
mean, they are huge. I mean, you probably might know their songs from like maybe a movie soundtrack or whatnot, but definitely look them up.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Good rock band.
Cool. Okay, what exciting things do you guys have coming up? The year's about to end. What do you have coming up before the end of it? And what's going on?
Trust me, our year is not about to end. We
Yeah,
have so
yeah,
much plans.
We're still very busy.
We've got a lot like coming up, but
Yeah.
one of the biggest things that we've got, and we're actually doing the Bells for New Year's in Boston. So we're going to be, is it headlining?
We're basically like the last band on before this guy goes on with his guitar kind of thing. We're the last band, and it's to 15,000 people.
Yeah, it's going to be televised by NBC as well, so that's probably
going to be our biggest show.
going to be
It will be,
it will be
yeah.
the biggest
That'll
show
be our
today.
biggest show.
Like I got a rush at 1,000 people. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be nuts. 15,000. I'm going to just walk out and be like, that's a lot of eyeballs out there. Like, hey. But it's going to be exciting, and we've also, I mean, next week we go. Well, in a few days we go Texas for a couple of weeks, Florida for a couple of weeks. We've got schools tours to promote anti-bullying and staying safe online
as well.
We're doing a couple shows at Celebration in Florida. We're doing San Diego in January. We're getting a few days to chill for Christmas in New York, so it's a lot of traveling, but we're really excited. So
It's going to be awesome.
just getting out there.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
And our manager saying we're shooting videos. We might be.
I
Shooting
know. I'm like,
videos.
off what?
maybe you're shooting. Maybe you're shooting videos.
We're shooting pop videos because that's
We're
what
going
bands
to
do.
try.
Music videos.
But
Yeah.
not only that, but we've also got loads of vlogs like coming out. Like,
Oh, we've got
crazy.
we've done this thing where we basically had like a year of so much stuff going on, like starting last year, basically this time at Indie Week, and we've basically made these 4 really long movie things so our fans can kind of watch them. So we're just like now putting them out.
Yeah.
And
So expect a lot of long YouTube
content.
videos.
Yeah.
But
Like
you'll
one of
get
them's
a
like
lot
an
of
hour
content.
long, but it's like good because like I know that our fans will love to just sit and watch that kind of stuff. So it's kind of just trying to do as much for them, because I know that like I would love to watch like an hour long thing of the Beach Boys, but it's not gonna happen. System of a Down, Ed Sheeran, Foo Fighters. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
not
of
enough
course.
bands are doing that kind of stuff. So
No, they're not.
yeah, be nice to your fans, bands. Come on, get back.
Right on. So that's a message to bands. Do you guys have one last message to your fans?
We hate you all. No, okay, I'm kidding. I'm
I mean,
kidding.
if it wasn't for the fans, like we couldn't continue what we're doing, and
Yeah.
we're so thankful and humbled by.
Yeah, and
everyone.
not even just for us, but thank you for keeping music scenes alive and actually just supporting anyone. Like
Yeah.
literally any up
Yeah.
and coming bands, go and see them. Because a lot of the bands I've seen are better than a lot of the more famous bands, and I've seen them just for like £10 or $10.
Yeah,
or
you
whatever,
can see
know?
a much better band for like £6, but
Yeah.
you pay for a band that's not even that
Yeah,
good for
like,
like
ripping
$100.
off, so-
Yeah.
We're not saying don't support like the big
No,
artists,
yeah,
but
of course.
look at the local music and up and coming bands.
Yeah,
It's-
even though we're here in a different country, it's nice that people will still turn out, and then we'll find out that they become fans of us.
Yeah.
So it's always nice that new people are wanting to listen to music. So yeah.
What about you, boy?
Stay in school.
Stay in school.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you guys so much for
Thanks for
being
having us.
here.
Thank you.
Thank you.